Alright, as you know, in my last video, I showed you the new bike that I got, which is my 2007 Road King Police. It's going to give you a little update on what's going on with it. I've done some things, nothing major, but let me show you around a little bit. I took off the stock bars and I put on these 12-inch bars here. They're called Milwaukee Twins handlebars. I don't know. I tried to YouTube it, I tried to Google it. I didn't really see a lot of people with this brand bar, but they're called Milwaukee Twins. So what was nice is there's enough slack on each side where I could just take everything off and then put it right back on. I didn't have to take off the throttle cable or anything. I literally just slid this off the old one, slid this on the new one, called it a day. Obviously that grip I had to pry off because it was glued and all that stuff, but that's a different story. But so I put bars on it. I just realized today, because I got this stand to make it stand up straight. If you don't have one of those in your garage, I highly suggest it. I mean, for years, it was high side, low side. You know, you always do the high side first because it's easy. Then you go around to the low side, and that's where all the cussing and swearing starts. You know, and the frustration. But having up straight, man, it is a game changer when it comes to just tinkering with your bike or putting on accessories or all that. It just makes a lick of difference. I got that at Black Friday at Harbor Freight for like 45 bucks. Great. So, but what I was saying is I noticed after I put on my bars that they're a little crooked. One side's up, one side's down, and one side's over a little bit more. Now, why that is, because I'm an amateur. I do things I watch some YouTube videos, but when I can't find the videos I need to help me do what I need to do, then I have to go in there and figure it out myself. And I did all that and realized, for one, I forgot to put a piece back in my bars above the bushing, because I put Arlen-S, better bushings in there. And realized when I put it all back on there, it's a little wonky. So now I have to pretty much take all that stuff back apart and adjust it. Not a bad, fix, but still I got to go back in there and do that. I was thinking about doing a install video of these bars. I'll put install videos, maybe in this video below on how to do that kind of stuff if you're interested. There's plenty of install videos on lots of things. I am so not used to doing my own work when it comes to this. It would have been a lot of bolts and ratchets and tools falling on the ground, slipping out of my hands, cussing and swearing, banging my head on the floor, a lot of sweating, and a lot of just the jump cuts and the cuts in the video would have drove you nuts if I tried to do an install video. So I figured that I'd just do it and then show you what it looks like afterwards. So now moving on. I did grab an old, a better seat. Not the seat that it came with is still over there, but, I got the bigger touring seat for when the wifey wants to jump on it. I got the Kiryakin aftermarket pegs for the passenger for either my kid or the wife. The newest thing is I put on detachable tour pack kit on here. So this is a Hogwarts I put on there. That was actually pretty easy. I was pretty happy with that, given how pain in the neck it was to do those bars. And believe me, it was like 10 degrees outside, and I don't have heat in this garage. And I was so eager to do it that I was out here and it was like 12-15 degrees in my garage, and I'm sitting here trying to put those bars on. So that probably didn't help me either, but I was excited. I do have Clockworks billboard windshield coming. I believe it's coming tomorrow, but I'm not getting the hardware for it for a few days after that. So that's next. Boom. Transition. So I don't know where I'm going to put this in the video, but a little extra. So I just got done watching Blacktop Diaries' new video, and he's putting on a Apache case, Apache/Pelican, onto his bike for his tour pack, which is pretty cool because I am doing the same thing. Same thing. I haven't gotten it yet, but I know I showed you already in the video what I got going on my bike and what I've done to it so far and what's going on. But yes, real quick, back here, I already went to Harbor Freight to see what they had, and they had what I want, and I'm going to be putting a black Apache case on the back of my Road King here also for when I do solo trips. Now, one thing I did do is I showed you the hardware that I put on for a detachable tour pack. That is not for the Apache kit that I'm going to get. It's actually for an actual tour pack. Check this out, man. So I know in the video that he was talking about, Blacktop Diaries, that you want to get one of these. It costs hundreds of dollars, maybe even over $1,000, depending on what you want, your model you have. But I'm telling you, if you are willing to travel and really doing extensive research on Marketplace, you might find a good deal. So I bought this and this separately. This is a tour pack off of a 2006 Ultra Glide, and I got it for $150. Can you believe that? $150 for an actual Harley-Davidson tour pack, and it even came with the detachable rack on it. Also, what it did not have is the back pad. I had to travel an hour and a half from where I live to get this. The very next day, I traveled another hour and a half in another direction to get this. And I got this for, I think, $120. But it's cool, man, because it's a 100th anniversary badge on here. So this came off of a 2003 anniversary touring model, whatever it was, Road Glide, Ultra Glide, Electric Glide, whatever it was, that's where it came off. So I think that's pretty cool that I got a little piece of history that's going to be on my 2007 Road King police bike. And yes, I'll always refer to it as my police bike because that's what it is, and I think that's cool. Also, real quick, I want to show you. So I'm from Racine, Wisconsin. All right, that's where I grew up. Where I grew up, there was a Harley-Davidson there for many years, Racine Harley. Probably not a big deal to you because you're not from where I am and you didn't grow up where I grew up, but I'm pretty sure you have a Harley-Davidson dealership, in the area you live. Well, this dealership in Racine closed many years ago. House of Harley in Milwaukee, where I bought this bike, eventually bought Racine Harley, made it House of Harley Racine, and eventually just kind of closed the stores completely to focus on House of Harley and the campus in Milwaukee. But what I thought was cool on this bike, I didn't even realize it until like recently. I don't know if you can be able to see it well, but the oil cap says, or the oil dipstick cap says Racine Harley-Davidson. I thought that was very intriguing, very awesome, very cool, because it's a little piece of history, because Racine Harley doesn't exist anymore, and it hasn't for many years. So I'm wondering if at some point this bike went for service at Racine Harley. And since it's a police bike, I wonder if it was a police bike at one point. I think I say that a lot. I apologize. Anyhow, if this was a police bike in Racine, where I'm from, my hometown. I mean, I don't live there anymore, but I think it's pretty cool that I may have a police bike that was in service in Racine, in the town that I grew up in. And it's been the Harley that I grew up around. It's no longer there. I just think that's pretty cool, man. It's almost kind of like a meant to be kind of thing. This bike was eventually somehow headed towards my garage. So I just wanted to share that little tidbit and how I got this really cool tour pack. I don't know where in the video this is going to end up, but yes, back to it. Next, but yeah, just a little at a time. It is January here in Wisconsin. Actually, it's pretty warm for the season right now, but the problem is here in Wisconsin, once it gets unseasonably warm, it rains. That's what I got going on. Figured it's a moto vlog, show you my motorcycle. So I guess that leads me into the next part of the video, my goals for the year. It seems like a lot of people want to share their goals for 2026 for the moto vlog. I guess I'll share mine as well. So here we go. I really don't have much for goals. I guess my really only main goal is to ride a lot more than I did last year. If I could surpass that, which I most likely will, goal met. One goal, besides riding more, is I want to go moto camping for the first time. As long as, if it's just once. Take the motorcycle out. There's I'm not talking off trail. I'm not talking trying to go on Onyx to find the most desolate piece of I don't know, earth out there to camp. I'll probably just go to a local campground. Here where I live, it's called Bong Recreational Campground. Yes, Bong. It's just what it's called. And, just it's a regular campground that, nothing special about it. During the summer, it's crowded with people. 2, there's always Sturgis. Sturgis is always a goal, whether that happens or not. And that's a pretty big goal. Never been, want to go. Obviously, homecoming really isn't a goal just because I live so close to the Harley homecoming. Hopefully, I just can make it this year. Not so much of a goal, just I hope I can make it. It's not that far away. Other than that, just making cool videos, man. I do have a list. I wrote down a lot of things that would make a pretty good video. That's why I just make lists. I come up with an idea, like, you know what, I should ride there and do this, write that down. You know what, maybe I should ride here and do that, write that down. And hopefully I can do the things on the list. I'm not going to name those now. I don't want to give them away. But I do have a good hefty list of rides that I want to do, solo rides, and places I want to go to bring you guys excellent scenic views of this beautiful state of Wisconsin. Not have any breakdowns, not have any bike issues is a goal. That'd be great. This riding season is going to be a little bit different than any other riding season I've ever rode, ever. And I'm not going to tell you yet. If I feel like it, when I edit this video, I might add it in at the end. But I do have a pretty cool surprise why this year is going to be a lot cooler and more awesomeness. I can't wait to tell you. I wouldn't say it's a surprise, but it is a surprise. It was a surprise to me when it happened. Other than that, to remind you, like and subscribe. That would be awesome. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook. Midwestern Motorbike, all one word. Hashtag, if you just go to the internets, whatever internet search engine you use, just put hashtag Midwestern Motorbike. It'll just bring up all kinds of stuff. That's me. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. I am going to do something, though, that I noticed one of the people I watch do. Mild Hogs of Oklahoma. They like to give kind of shout out to smaller channels that you might not know of. So, if you haven't heard of Mild Hogs, there's one. Mild Hogs. M Hogs, I believe. I'll put it down below, or I'll try to put their logo in the edit. Number 2, the Blacktop Diaries. All right, my buddy over there, over in Washington. Good stuff, veteran like myself, so I'm always biased towards the veteran riders. But yeah, the Blacktop Diaries. He's also on Instagram as the Blacktop Diaries. Go check him out. And Mozark Rides Again. He is, I believe, out of Missouri. Another veteran, Army veteran, getting into this just like me, trying to figure it out just like me. And I think that's the best way to do it, man. I mean, it's good to study or research and have scripts and things to talk about if that's your thing. But if you just do it off the cuff, I think it really adds an authenticity to who you are and what your channel is. But yeah, so there you go. Check those guys out. Like and subscribe to their channels as well. Help the little ones grow. We are small, but we are mighty. All right, guys. I think that's going to be it for this video. Happy New Year. If you're out there riding, keep the rubber side down. Stay sharp. Be vigilant. And I'll see you on the flip side. Peace.
How we doing?
Good. How you doing?
Yes.